Scott Reese,
Brian King,
and we're back
for another edition of the Trestle Board. We'll call this Heat Wave Edition.
it has been a heat wave.
It's been a hot week out there. I hope you brothers are staying cool, especially the ones that have to work outside, or even inside, depending on where you work. It's pretty darn hot.
Yeah, maybe another month, maybe it'll start cooling down. Usually after August, it usually cools down pretty good.
Masonry's starting to slow down a little bit. I think yesterday, depending on when you're seeing this, was the big Sawyersville weekend was this weekend. And I think we're kind of on a slow down until Grand Lodge hits, I think, as far as events.
We got a few things planned for Grand Lodge if it pans out like we're hoping. So we'll cover that, touch that maybe in a later video.
Yeah.
But
one thing I want to say, though, speaking of which, on Grand Lodge, is Grand Lodge has sent out the emails to your secretaries where you can book your rooms. We won't give out that code here, but your secretary should have it, or you can message us privately or anything. But you can book your rooms now.
So hopefully everybody's raring to go for Grand Lodge. You know, kind of was a little damper last year. You know, couldn't go to the God House, and
we had a year off,
and you know, it's kind of a little different.
Hopefully this year will be bigger and better, and it's got to be better than last year for sure. So we got a low bar, so hopefully we can get over it.
So like I said, we do got some stuff planned for Grand Lodge, and hopefully all that'll pan out. Maybe the pandemic, maybe it'll not get worse. I hope everything don't get
at least hold off for a while,
locked back down. But we'll see. All right, let's get into the video. All right, the last video, one of the first things we did on the video, we talked about that we've started going around the state and interviewing different characters, if you will, or members that have done a lot in the state, or whatever. And we released one of those videos. We're still looking for people to interview. So, brothers, if there's anybody in your neck of the woods that you think would be an interesting interview, and you'd like to see it put on film so it could be saved for generations to even see. We're always looking for new candidates to interview, so that'd be great. And if it's somebody that maybe would be going to Grand Lodge, we could even we usually got our video equipment when we go to Grand Lodge, and we usually get one of the the apartments, so usually we have the room, so it's something we might even could interview somebody during Grand Lodge. If that's a possibility.
During Grand Lodge, I like to interview people every year. It doesn't matter who you are. So we'll talk about that a little closer to time. But I'd like to talk to several of you at Grand Lodge.
Let's talk about. Let's switch gears. Let's talk about the coin.
Yeah, that's one reason for making this video is we want to give y'all a coin update. Right now we got probably around 10 or 12 at the moment. So
the coin deal, that's something that I'll give you credit you come up with. You was like, let's do a challenge coin, with the year the past year that we had and the struggles that lodges had and members had. You said, let's just try to do a challenge coin and just challenge brothers across the state to purchase one of these coins, and we'll take 100% of the profits, and we'll help either lodges that are in need or brothers that are in need, and we'll travel and present them the money and do a video on where your money's going. And I wasn't 100% on board because I really don't like on these videos I don't really like selling things or promoting the sale of things. I try to be as neutral as possible, but I tell you, the coins has been a hit. Brothers really like the idea of first helping other brothers. They know everybody is struggling, and second, they really intrigued on the idea of, well, I'll give you this money for this coin, and then once we start helping people, I'll be able to watch a video and see exactly where it went, and who it went to, and how much, and that sort of thing. So on that note, brothers, if you know of a little old lodge somewhere that's that's hurting, that needs could use few extra dollars, or a brother at one of your local lodges that could use a few extra dollars, just kind of get a hold of us.
Probably private message. Facebook's probably the best way to go about that. And we are in the profit on them now. Not a whole lot in the profit, but we are in the profit, so we can start to give a little bit of that away. And one thing that we did do, which some of you might know, but I can't remember if we mentioned it or not, is we did order 100 more because of how popular they've been. And we should get those in about a week or two. And those will be the last ones, no matter what.
And we're gonna give 100% of this money away to brothers or lodges that you request. So, if you, like I said, if you know of a lodge or a brother that needs a few dollars, get a hold of us. Let us know where to take it to, and we'll get in the car, turn the camera on, and we'll head out. I mean, that's how this deal's gonna work. Kind of talking about the coins. There's one brother in the state, Brother Harold Johnson. Everybody knows him as Bubba.
Yep.
He was really intrigued on the idea. He found out what we was doing, and he said, I think that's, it's a really good idea. He said, do you care if I take a few in my travels and try to sell them for you? By all means, help yourself, So we give him some coins. He hit the ground running, and I told him, which old Bubba, he retired from Ford Motor Company. I joked with him here a few weeks ago when I ran into him in my travels. I said, "You missed your calling. You shouldn't have been building Fords. You should have been selling them."
Yeah,
because he sold a bunch of them. But along his travels, there's been several lodges and things that have bought multiple coins because they really believe in what it stands for and what it's going to go to. So. A few of those, we kind of want to, we appreciate anybody that's bought any of the coins. But like I said, there's a few that's bought like multiple coins at the same time and things of that nature. Mayfield 369, I think they bought like 10 or 12 just soon as it was his brought up, give us 10 of them, So, that was, I want to kind of give them a shout out. I'll tell you somebody else, Brother Rick Tyler, of course, everybody knows he collects Masonic memorabilia. Got one of the best collections in the state.
Yeah.
He commented on our video and said he'd really like to have one, and we told him we'd run into him somewhere. He made a 3-hour trek to our lodge one night just so he could pick up one of the coins. So
I really appreciate that.
That's greatly appreciated. Who else did we have? We had
we got Dykesburg. We got Shady Grove. And special shout out to Hazel Creek too. I think they bought several coins.
Is that the ones we shipped them?
Brother Harold did.
Yeah, ship. They said ship us a bunch, so we shipped them. And I tell you, somebody else I want to give a shout out to, Brother Otis Whitaker. He's a former member of Allen Lodge over in Glasgow, and I think he's still a current member of High School Lodge. But due to his wife's health, he moved to Arizona, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago maybe. But I'm going to tell you, anytime that we've ever had any kind of fundraising effort, Brother Otis, he watches these videos, he keeps track of all the district pages and whatnot, and he's always there to help. So, Brother Otis, we appreciate you. We shipped him a coin to Arizona, and but you talked about wanting one, and I'm just going to say, I thought, well, I'm going to be slick. I'm just going to pay for it out of my pocket and ship it to him. So I just shipped him one, and he messaged me and said, how much do I owe you for the coin? And I said, no, it's on the house, Otis. He wouldn't take it. He wrote me a letter and donated $55 to the cause. So, that's saying a lot for a guy that lives in Arizona. So, brothers like this is the kind of things that make a difference. So, like I said, if you know of a little lodge or brother that needs a few extra dollars, get a hold of us. We'll jump in the vehicle and turn the camera on, and you'll see us give it to them.
Yeah, and we can't help them all, but we can definitely help some.
We can help until we run out of money.
Yeah, and the 100 coins that we're fixing to get, those are already paid for.
Yeah,
we are in the profit for the whole 200. Yeah. So everything we sell out of the 100 that we're fixing to get will all be profit and giveaway. So they are paid for by y'all.
I'm proud of you coming up with that idea, Brian, and I think we're going to help several people. through this endeavor. So I'm proud of you for that. All right, let's switch gears a little bit.
Yeah, I'd say people that's been watching this video is wondering what's on the desk there.
What do I have in front of me here?
Yeah,
well, I need, we're kind of fascinated with collecting different Masonic items and whatnot, and we have a lot of loyal viewers that have the same likeness for collecting Masonic memorabilia. This is something that which you're the one that found it, and you told me about it, and I purchased it.
I'll pop this up.
Pop that baby up there. Well, this is a letter opener, about 9.5 inches long, something like that. It's got a pocket knife blade. It's basically like a pocket knife, but it's a letter opener. And the story was told to me that this was presented to Adolph Rupp when he become a member of the Oleka Temple, Shrine Temple in Lexington. I myself am not a Shriner. I did verify that he was indeed a member of the Oleka Shrine there in Lexington, from somewhere in the 40s up. But that's about all I got. I thought, well, we kind of kicked around the idea, well, maybe this was, which he did work his way up to potentate. So we thought, well, maybe the year he was in charge, maybe they made several of these and used them as a fundraising effort. But it don't have the year. It don't have that he was this or he was that.
And we researched the knife, and it appears to be from around the 40s, early 50s time period.
So everything fits, but some of you brothers that are collectors probably know more about this than I myself do, even though I'm the one that has it. And I've yet to find another one. I can find several variations of this letter opener / pocket knife, made basically similar, but not with Adolph F. Rupp's name printed on it. So some of you brothers that are Shriners, I mean, if maybe you can shed a little light on it. Some of you other brothers that are more versed in this area than myself or Brian, I wouldn't mind having a little help, trying to narrow down, is this, was this one of one? Was it presented to Adolph Rupp when he became a Shriner? I mean, that's the story that was told to me, and I'm not going to say what I give for it. But I took a gamble on it, so I don't know. I mean, everybody knows me well, knows that I'm a big UK fan. I've been a season ticket holder for umpteen years. So I mean, it'll go in my collection. But some of you brothers, especially that are Shriners, you may have access to information that I, as not being a Shriner, don't have access to. So if any of you brothers could shed a little light on this, it would be nice. I mean, I'd kind of like to know if it's a one-off or if it's a.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if you have one. Comment and put a picture of it. Let us know.
But it was unique. I hadn't seen one before. I mean, first one I ever seen.
Yeah, I haven't either.
So we did acquire that the other day. So maybe somebody can shed a little light on it. What else are we going to talk about?
Well, I believe that's it that we had planned. It was mainly just an update on the coins, and we just got that nice, neat letter opener. So we figured
like I said, it won't be long. Just right around the corner, it'll be Grand Lodge time. I think everybody's kind of booking their rooms, and like I said, we got a lot planned for Grand Lodge. Maybe our next video we'll get into that a little bit, and tell you what we got planned and that sort of thing. And
yeah, we did order some stuff for Grand Lodge that we'll talk about later. Yeah. So we should have a pretty good next video, hopefully. But that's an update on the coins. Thanks, brothers. Thanks for all your help, support, and till next week or next time.
You're who?
Brian King.
Scott Reese.
At least till next time, anyway.
I didn't know if you was going to tell me you wasn't. Scott Reese. See you down the road, brothers.